Hello there, Fortnite addicts. This is your chopped toast Vars, and welcome to day 27 of asking Epic Games to add the Rue skin back into the Fortnite item shop. Well, before we begin this video, obviously, if you guys are new and are coming in, with fresh new eyes on this channel, hi, my name is Vars. I am the chopped host of the Fortnite Rue channel. Our mission is to bring back Rue into the Fortnite item shop. If you guys want more clearer and a more detailed explanation on how I'll try to, get Rue back and why she hasn't been back for a while, check our first video on the channel. It's a banger, all right? But with all that being said, if you guys want to support me, use code VARS in the Fortnite item shop. With all that being said, let's get right on into it. We're back at it again, baby. Obviously, before we start the shoutouts, we gotta, do something, all right? It's finally time. The 5 emotes. Obviously, I have one recommended. I have, our recommendation, our honorable mention will be tea time. Obviously, just Rue sipping tea, baby. Sipping a bag of tea. Oh my goodness. It just looks so good on her. Like, look at that. Just so calm and collected. And then, oh my God. It's insane, just her sipping tea. I always loved using this emote with her, and I just believe it just suits her more too. Anyways, before we talk about the other 5, the top 5 emotes that, look good on Rue, it was a difficult choice to do, all right? When I tell you, I have a lot of emotes, all right? I spent the entire day trying to find the best emote for her, and I'm trying to decide if the emote's hella good, like this, just a simple regular emote. No entry looks really good on Rue, but it's not something that, you would use on the daily basis. It looks good, but you wouldn't use it. And then we have the profiler, right? This looks good, but it's not really what you want. Look at her. Our first emote is going to be Phone It In. This was probably one of the very first emotes that I used with her. She just looks really vibing, and there is a lot of skins that actually look good using this. Just with me, I feel like Rue really takes it up a notch a little bit more. Remember, when it comes to emotes, half of the physics and everything is using the old main Rue model. So half of the emotes, half of the OG emotes look terrible on her, and half of the new emotes actually look terrible on her as well. So you gotta find a middle ground. You gotta find a vibing one. You gotta find maybe chapter 2 to see the chapter 4. Our second one is going to be It's Complicated. Mostly, this one only suits her because of the way it actually shows, her entire model absolutely moving. And that's because we're not even on max settings. We're on low DirectX 12. But that's probably why I chose, It's Complicated. Our third mention is going to be, Introducing. Obviously, this is a PlayStation emote, but hey, for me, the same reason applies with It's Complicated. The way that Rue's face, it goes crazy. The movement is insane. And even, if you see the trench coat, right? It moves super smoothly with everything. Half of the other emotes don't go as smoothly as that. But, obviously, if you guys don't have Introducing, I actually would recommend Ribbon Dancer. Ribbon Dancer is probably my favorite. So I'll probably recommend you guys Ribbon Dancer since you guys can get it and use it with the red style. Because remember, the red style uses the old model. The black style uses a newer model. But, the red style is always good, So just use it with a Ribbon Dancer, just for you guys. It actually looks insane, and it looks like she would always use this. Now, obviously, you can't say anything about Springy, bro. It's a chapter 2 emote, season 2 specifically, where Rue was launched into the game, baby. Yep, this is an emote specifically for her, baby. Oh yeah, look at that. All that movement. Sheesh. Obviously, this is technically a Midas emote, but just goes easily with everything. Oh my god. And our best emote so far that I can choose is, Brawly Stroll. Obviously, this emote only works with the red style. You can't really use it with anything else. If you show it from the back, it actually looks like she suits with it, But if we use the, black edit style, then, it doesn't really match, but it looks like it kind of goes with it. If they added 2 styles to the umbrella, red and black or red and white, then it would look good. But yeah, so far, those are the only 5 emotes I would recommend. Obviously, if you don't have Introducing, I would just, replace that with a Ribbon Dancer. If you guys want me to add actual actual, emotes, that would have to be later because icon series emotes, it only depends on, the actual emote. The music really just, destroys everything. Like, it looks really good. Like, I can also use these emotes, right? But they're only for a while, like Office Chariot. And as you can tell, you can see the dress phasing through the chair. So obviously this uses like an older model. Those are probably the only emotes that I could recommend though for you guys. And with that all being said for you, boy, I can finally do the shout outs. Our first shout out is going to be D Smash. Yeah, there is a reason why she isn't coming back. D Smash, obviously, is it D Smash or is it DS Smash? I don't even know. I think it's D Smash. But either way though, the only reason why Rue hasn't come back is because of the controversy of something that, people just don't want to forget, Obviously people love to bring up, World War II and everything, but that's not really a legit reason, right? Fortnite hasn't officially stated anything. They still use Rue, so there is points in time in which Rue has been shown. They left it in the item shop for a whole day, and it was in the featured shop the last time she was seen. So obviously it's not about sales. It's because Rue is actually a very popular skin. It's just that, the Fortnite community just really sucks and loves to, make things controversial and dramatic, over on Twitter or just any normal, Fortnite player ever does. Anyways, our second shout out is going to be Eric Roll. Guess what? I just found someone else that called her you know what, third time this week. Like I said, it's the Fortnite community. It's not Fortnite. Obviously, Fortnite only haven't released her yet because, for, just regular purposes. Obviously, we can make a case that she's a French. A bunch of people agree with that. And, that should be enough of a reason for her to come back. Obviously, she has everything prepared. The only reason why she hasn't come back is because of the small few amount of people in the Fortnite community that believe she's a you-know-what. And with that, we go to our third shout out, Caldo FN. First, Mustard. Second, Mangoes. P.S. I'm gonna be late to some videos to comment because I just started school because I'm in Canada. Caldo FN, don't worry about it. Literally, I wait almost until like the last minute just to upload any of these videos, so don't worry. And also, half of these videos are like, what, 5 to 8 minutes? So don't worry about it, okay? Don't worry. And our fourth shout out is Brixer Vision. Bring back Rue, Fortnite. Come on. Yeah, Brixer Vision. Yeah, it's all up to Fortnite. Literally, it's only up to them or us as the Fortnite community to rile up and, try to, pressure Fortnite into bringing her back, which might not happen anytime soon. And our fifth shout out is going to be 0RG2546. By the way, call me Orange. Okay, looks like I'm gonna be calling you Orange from now on. All right. All right. And our last shout out of the day is going to be Marciello, again with a face. Okay. Again, let's go. You know what I mean? But with all of that, that will be the end of the shout out section. If you guys want to get shouted out, all you gotta do is leave a comment in the comment section below. And if there are new comments and if I haven't shouted you out yet, it's probably because I haven't seen it, or because I just didn't have enough time to, shout you out. And I will probably shout you out, guys, tomorrow if I haven't shouted you out already. Either way, thank you guys for tuning in today's episode. I really appreciate it. And with all that being said, thank you guys for tuning in to day 27 of asking Epic Games to add the Rue skin back into the Fortnite item shop. Hope you guys enjoyed this day, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye!